Hi, I'm Gato. I'm a fake cat. I'm the one Jeffy Poo has been referring to when he's talking about his 21-year-old cat. Actually, I'm only 19 but I have a fake ID so I can buy booze. Also Jeffy Poo likes to send me to the dispensary to pick up his weed, so I have to use my fake ID for that as well. Over time, one thing has become extremely clear. I'm not getting paid nearly enough to put up with the crapola I've had to put up with. For one thing, this guy's smell could knock a buzzard off a gut wagon. I have to constantly wear nose plugs to keep from being overwhelmed by the stench. And of course, being a cat, I'm constantly cleaning myself and staying in good condition, so it's really hard to deal with someone who never bathes nor washes their hair. The dude is so gross. I invited my girlfriend Gatita over for dinner the other night. She walked in the door and immediately fainted. I wasn't sure what to do. I knew the smell was bad, but I guess I've gotten somewhat used to it. Took me a while too. As much money as this guy has ripped off from people online, you'd think he could at least take a few bucks out of his haul and buy some damn shampoo. But no! He only likes to spend his money on crap he doesn't need. Anyway, Gatita is here so I'll let her tell her side of the story.
Hi, I'm Gatita. I'm Gato's girlfriend. I'm also a fake cat, just like Jeffy Poo's. Gato invited me for dinner the other night. I was hungry, so it saved me having to get on Tinder to find someone to take me to dinner. I have several other fake cats' numbers in my phone, but I don't know what any of their names are. They are named free breakfast, free lunch, free dinner, free movie, free jewelry, and furniture mover. When I need any of those things, I just pick the one I need and call him. They are rather desperate dudes so they do whatever I want. Gato is the only number I have in my phone under his real name. I got the idea of putting the guys' numbers in my phone under the different categories from Jeffy Poo. He is a really good scammer so he was teaching me how to scam the guys. So far it's worked really well and they haven't caught on. Anyway, I went to dinner the other night but I don't remember much about it. I wasn't even drinking either, for a change. I walked in the door of the trailer and the smell hit me so bad that I just dropped right at the door. I've never seen such a stinky mess in my life. I told that nasty bastard to take some of that money he scammed and clean both his house and himself. His breath smelled like he'd been eating cow patty burgers all day. I told Gato that we needed to get out of there and go somewhere else to eat. Gato made me pay though, which I guess was only fair since it was my idea. I'm just glad Jeffy Poo lives in an area where there's a lot of fresh air, otherwise I might have needed to go to the doctor and get me an inhaler. The dude must be totally impervious to smell, otherwise he wouldn't be able to stand himself. Also, in the short while I was there, he just came across as a petty little bitch, whining about this, whining about that. I've never seen such a whiner in all my life. Gato told me that's really what he does all day long. He whines and whines and whines, and loves to play the victim, like he's the one being attacked, when in reality he's the one who hacked all these other people and stole their money. Then the ones he didn't hack, he lied to just to get money. I just know that he didn't want to work, so tried to take advantage of a bunch of gullible sheep so he could quit his job. He's so used to scamming that having to work for a while almost killed him. I don't see how any woman would ever want him, and I also don't see how anybody with even a small amount of common sense would ever support such a hunk of garbage. Anyway, that's really all I have to say on this subject. I'm just glad I'm not the one living with this walking garbage dump. He's completely dishonest, has no idea how to tell the truth, and makes up shit about honest people in an attempt to make himself look good. I can't believe that anyone would be supporting him at this point. Those who are supporting, are brainless wonders and are the kind of people who would end up in a cult being led by a crazy person. From what I've read, Jeffy Poo runs his new website like a cult, making threats and ostracizing people who don't agree with him completely. He belittles people and berates those who don't accept his every word. My personal opinion is that he has more than a few screws loose, needs some serious mental health help as well as a good ass kicking. The ass kicking might straighten the rest of him out and would save the taxpayers a lot of money.
Thanks, Gatita. I appreciate her sharing her side of things, which pretty much mimic mine. It would be really hard for someone to have a differing opinion regarding this dude. I'm just glad he finally had me, quote, pass away so I can quit this charade and get away from this joker. The guy is one strange piece of work, for sure. One of the things that drove me the most crazy was that I kept having to change my ID card. At first, he had me listed as 13. Then a couple of months later, he changed it to 17. But then he realized that they wouldn't sell me his weed at the dispensary unless I was 21. The dude quit his job and then was even too lazy to make the trip himself to the dispensary. He told me that I had 4 legs to his 2, so it was easier for me to go pick up the weed, even though I never used any of it. I guess a poor excuse is better than none. Obviously, as you all well know, he is the master of excuses. He has an excuse for everything. I really think he stays up at night writing in a notebook, coming up with excuses to cover every occasion. He even asked me to help him come up with excuses for why he wasn't going to put out the Kylie Rodney Part 2 video. As I'm sure you are all well aware, he had no new information regarding her case, but kept lying and saying he did. I told him I couldn't come up with anything, as I didn't want to get myself involved with his deception. If people only knew the things he did behind their backs, and how he even screwed over the people who donated to him. Seriously, how many people do you know who would repay someone who donated to their cause by turning around and hacking their accounts and stealing their money? Well, we know one for sure. And then what amazes me are the people who don't seem to see anything wrong with that and keep supporting this asshole. How stupid do you need to be in order to keep supporting a hacker and a thief? It's hard to imagine there are people that stupid on this planet, but there obviously are. Poor, pathetic things that they are. I would not want them to be on a jury because they obviously pay no attention to the facts. You can't make logical decisions based on emotion, but the Jeffy Poo supporters seem to be doing just that. Anyone who considers the facts wouldn't even remotely consider supporting this wacko. Anyway, I hope you all have a good day, except for those who still support this imbecile. I hope you have a miserable day if you believe in supporting someone who lies, steals, and deceives. At least us cats are honest. People say that cats are sneaky, but we don't hold a candle to Mr. Jeffy Poo. He's sneakier than any cat. At least us cats keep ourselves clean and don't stink out the neighborhood. Anyway, I'll talk to you all later. Take care.
Normally I don't really care for cats, but I have to admit I like these two. You've heard that old saying, there's more than one way to skin a cat? Well, I think we should change that to, there's more than one way to skin a Jeffy Poo. I just don't want to use my own knife. It would just be nasty after using it on that stinky-ass piece of garbage. I think it would be absolutely hilarious if they left his stinky ass stuck in the future. At least we wouldn't have to worry about him scamming any more people here in the 21st century. But as for now, I'm watching you, Jeffy Poo. We're all watching you. Just make sure and remove that cork before you try to fart. I don't want to get hit by an aftershock. Okay, folks, have a great day.